Welcome to That's Absurd Podcast, your source for everything hip-hop, pop culture, sports, and more. Tune in, subscribe, enjoy.
Yo. Welcome back to another episode of That's Absurd Podcast. I go by the name of Juno, a.k.a. Melvote.
It's your boy, Gene P.
And your boy, Gray.
And we are back. So, fellas, what you guys been up to lately, man? How y'all weekend went?
You think my weekend went well? I mean, what I did, hung out with you this past weekend, had a little a Caribbean party. Funny thing is, toward the end before we left, we're out of like
you said you had a Caribbean party?
Yeah, it was the little thing that we had downtown.
Saturday? Nigga, that was just that was
that's
Afro,
what Afro
Sundays.
Yeah.
It's like an Afro beat party type thing.
Yeah. But toward the end, like we had ran out of bottles. So when it got, just two, thought it was just gonna cost me like maybe like 100, up to 200.
Nigga, that's 420.
They hit me dimly like 4 or 5. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, bro. That's
bruh.
Hey. You didn't look at the prices of the bottles?
Yeah, I didn't ask, bro.
You got it. That's big money shit. Niggas don't ask for the price of bottles. Just say, hey, bring me this and bring me that.
Yeah, the wings was fire, though. I ain't gonna lie. The wings was fire. I'll stop by for the wings. I'm not really a wing guy like that, but I'll do it.
You cannot be a wing guy. Who's not a wing guy, man? Everybody loves wings.
All the wild wings and stuff like that, Lauren.
Maybe you're not a flats guy, but you're a drum guy. You're usually one wing or the other, bro. Flats, drum.
I'm saying, like, if I go anywhere, like if I'm like going to a restaurant, that's not really one of the things I go for.
That's the safe option.
No, not me, man. I'm different.
Look, you go for steak or something, which is only certain places make it right or memorable. I always go with something that's always that they can't get wrong. If I'm getting anything new, that's if I'm getting a steak or something like that, I'm always gonna go with a wings or a cheeseburger, something I know that they can't fuck up to go with it just in case the premium or the other stuff they get wrong or they don't do it right away. And no one can get, I don't know no one that really gets wings wrong though. It happens, but it's rare.
What you been up to this past week, Nate?
This past weekend, I stepped out the house. I came down. We went downtown. I ended up linking up with y'all boys. Several shots and gummies in. I pull up on the scene. I do what I did. First thing I do, I pop up a gummy. I catch Joe outside. Man, leaned up on the pole. He left me. Joe. Besides. He was like, and I didn't even know how he noticed me. Like, hey, Nate, you're like, what's going on? He's like, man, I'm drunk, bro. He was. I didn't see him for the rest of the night, though. He came in.
Yeah, he disappeared on us. I
was joking. I said, because he's always the first one to knock out. I said, you know what he does? He comes into town, he checks in just to check out. So he comes in just to fall asleep. But then Harry he told me he was giving everybody 600 milligrams. And if you know gummies, they're usually, on average, 250, 300. Mm-hmm. And he said he gave everyone 600. That's like you taking 2 gummies from the jump. And you had people that said they were already 2-3 gummies in. And I don't know if they all got one from Harry, but even if you got one from Harry, that's automatically you're already 2 in. Just get Harry. Bruh. And Randy talking about he was already in 3. I like, bro, you about to fall asleep like a hippo by the end of the night, bro. And he kept pouring me shots out my drink. So between that empty stomach and the gummies, bro, like, I was lit. But I don't think no one even made it to watch the fight that night because he had between people drinking and everyone taking the gummies. By the time we left that event, everyone said they was going one place or the other. People was either already sleeping. I don't think no one even caught the fight that night.
Bro, let me tell you. When I got there, Harry passed me the bag of the gummies, so I popped one. I passed it. He telling me just save it for myself. These are just for you. I'm like, nah, bro. I like to share shit. So I just walk around and give everybody in our section gummies. literally no one fought it. No one was like, "Oh, I'm not taking one."
Yeah.
That day, everybody was down for the get down. So everybody had gummies. And I popped like 3 of them things before you even showed up.
Oh damn.
Of the ones Harry gave you?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's why you're out of it. That shit is that I worked my way up to 600 though. That's 2 gummies. I give it some time that the first one did. But to start off with 600, then you talking about 3 of them? Oh yeah. But them shit, and they slow releasing too, though. You let that overlap hit.
Bruh, I was wasted.
I ended up driving someone home that came out there that day. I don't know, he was some crazy dude, but I felt like the drive felt like it took like 2 hours, bro. You know how time feel like it's going so slow.
You drove someone that was with us home, or
Some
someone
crazy guy that Randy knows. He ended up downtown, and I guess the bus don't run on Sundays, so he just stayed around and hung around until he could get a ride home. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't all there.
You a friendly ass nigga.
It was Randy, bro. I tried putting a party off on Randy all the time, but he was so gone, bro. Like, they're like, no, it's your way. He actually gave real good directions, though. They're like, he's going to Claremont. Like, you're closer to him. You know what I'm saying? The dude was almost near, I'd say, not Kissimmee, but it was like 20 minutes out, though, because his shit was near downtown, I guess, or Orlando, not downtown Orlando. I forgot where it's at, but either way, it wasn't. But Randy gave her the directions. I had to keep my eye on, buddy.
Yeah, how he made it there?
He took a bus, but it's Sundays and bus stops ending early. You know, shit you do when you're a young kid. You know what I'm saying? But why you just sit around and wait till midnight or 2 10 in the morning to catch a ride?
Was he a young kid?
No, he wasn't. He's a grown man, but that's what I'm saying. He wasn't all there. You can kind of tell. He's kind of, like spectrum-ish a little bit. You could tell for a grown man to be like that. So
he's over 21.
Yeah, he was a grown dude because he was going in the clubs with us. You didn't see him come at the end with the shorts inside the club when he was standing next to us. Great, that guy that just came around, just was hanging around, the guy telling us what's up near the end. Yeah, he came in. He was with us ever since. And I was like, who is this guy? I don't even know how he got in there, bro. Shit don't make no sense. I ended up dropping him.
No. But that was a hell of a night, bro. And I'm talking. We all went to go watch the fight at one of the girls that was with us at house. She ended up ordering the fight, but it wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to wake me up because I'm usually the person they wake up for the IT shit.
Yeah.
They're trying to wake me up and I'm just laying on the couch. I'm telling them, leave me alone. Then they ordered pizza and shit. Bro, I ate a whole box of pizza by my damn self, bro.
Oh yeah, I had serious munchies. I stopped by the pizza spot and got the patties with the cheese in it. I got like 2 of them waiting on Gray. That tell you the time felt like it slowed down. I ate the whole thing before Gray even got there. And I kept telling myself I'm gonna order another one for Gray when he gets here. And I don't know if time just felt like it was frozen. By the time Gray got there, Gray's ordering. I said, I'm about to order another one. And the time it took him to make Gray's whole thing, and he was like, all right, man, we done. I was like, I don't know what the hell the time went, brother. That shit had me.
Yeah, that was a good little vibe for the Sunday.
Yeah.
But I was on the run the whole weekend, bro, because we flew in on Saturday, and on Saturday I had to go to a vow renewal for the pastor that married us. He was doing his 30th year vow renewal. So we went check that out. I was just exhausted the whole damn weekend. But it was a good time, bro. We gotta do that more often. We just have to. What happened to Gray, bro?
No, you hung up by accident?
I don't know. Yeah, but we just got to figure out the money thing. I was thinking next time we go out, we just need to tell everybody, hey, throw in 150 into the pot, and we just gonna order about 10 bottles. Call it a night.
You think it needs to be done that much?
Yeah, because you don't realize how much shit we ordered, bro. Like when we got
it's a lot, but it's still a lot of waste too at the end. Because I don't think all the bottles were done at the end when they started cleaning up and everything. And y'all even got to leave with them.
Yeah, they left with the 2 that weren't finished. I guess someone ordered bottles late,
Yeah.
so they ended up leaving with 2 of those. But nonetheless, bro, like that shit was crazy.
It was
You know, it was
definitely.
a good vibe. No fights, no none of that. Everybody just chilling outdoors. I remember they started trying to smoke in the section. Harry was trying to smoke, and one of the security, one of the securities walked up to him because they saw him rolling up the blunt, and it was telling him, "Hey, you can't smoke in here," blah blah blah. But then once we started ordering, there was no more rules for us since we were spending so much damn money.
Oh,
All the
okay.
rules went out the window.
Yeah, but it was lit, man. Definitely a good vibe, good time chilling. People came to town. I can see it definitely getting that way going. I think that's probably even better. We had like one giant Airbnb in a sense. They wouldn't have to even leave the location.
Since what?
They wouldn't have to even leave the location if we just had like one big Airbnb.
Yeah. Nah, but you need a DJ and all that.
Yeah, you could bring one in, I guess. That might be a little cheaper than what's name.
No, we'll see. What you got planned for July 4th?
4th of July. What is this 4th of July? What is it? Well,
I think it's on a Sunday.
I gotta see what I got coming up. I don't know if I have anything. Not really fireworks and shit like that we usually do. Or is that Independence Day?
That's 4th of July, nigga. You not American?
I'm saying, when do they? That the same?
Yeah, fireworks is on 4th of
Independence
July,
Day,
bro.
yeah, it's Independence Day. Same thing as I said. Yeah, fireworks. That's about it. We can make something happen that day or the other.
I don't know. I might still be up in New York, so I don't know. We'll see. I gotta ask the wife what she got planned for 4th of July weekend. Tickets are fucking back. Tickets are it's on a Sunday, so she don't work on Sundays anyway. But tickets are super expensive again, so we'll see if I can find a cheap flight.
Oh, they've already hiked up the prices?
Yeah, man, they back to normal. I used to fly into Orlando for
Yeah,
$80 round trip, bro.
How much are they now?
Just the one way to Orlando from New York is like $230.
Jesus.
So we'll see. Where this nigga Gray went, bro?
Ransom. Maybe his battery died.
There you go. What happened, bro? Great. Great. His audio's connecting.
It's connecting. Yeah, great.
Yeah, my bad, man. Laptop disconnected.
Battery died?
It was unplugged. I had it plugged, but like I guess like between the outlet and the charger, it wasn't connected.
No, okay. Y'all want to jump into these absurdities, or you got anything else y'all did this week?
I didn't do nothing much other than this week, other than had the inspections and stuff done for the cribs we're looking at, but that's about it. I still feel in the home buying process that there should be almost like a checklist that you should go off on stuff you need preemptively. And even after you get the crib, and another thing of breakdowns as far as terms and stuff you'll need. There's so much shit that isn't taught to you from homeowning, buying, or even being a homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
Terminology, or this stuff you have to learn on your own, you know what I'm saying? Just from escrow and stuff like that. And then just the whole process you've been going about doing it, you're gonna have to learn on your feet, or your agent has to tell you. These are shit that should be as simple as balancing a checkbook that we should be, you know what I'm saying? This is part that everyone should be doing. So it's not like a special class, or
you don't know none of that stuff. Coming out of college, you don't know none of that stuff.
Yeah, and if you kind of learn it because you go through it, but it's kind of crazy. It should just be, this thing should be readily, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It should be available.
But didn't you take a first-time homeowner's course?
I did it because I didn't do first-time home buyers my first time. I did conventional.
Well, that's why you don't know the terminology. You didn't take that course. That course is available.
Well, it's not even that course, but it's still lots of stuff. Not only just that, there's just lots of stuff from HOA to tax. There's just lots of stuff that I feel like, even just the breakdown of the contract, you know, they've made it a little bit better now because there's like usually that final page that tells you exactly how much you're gonna pay if you pay it in 30 years or 5 years. Back in the days, it wasn't even
the amortization.
Yeah, they didn't even have it in layman terms like that. They didn't even, now that was after the mortgage crisis and all that, but all that shit should be able to come down even before. You know what I'm saying? We still don't even know what the hell the closing fees go to, really. If you think about it.
Yeah, nobody knows. It's like, we just gotta wait for it.
That's like 10 grand that they can't even explain to you what the fuck you paying for, bro.
Yeah, you just gotta have 10 grand, just, you know, just wait.
Yeah, so, and nowadays when you're
that's crazy though. It's weird to me. Like,
yeah, nowadays we're not even doing closings in person sometimes because of COVID. How is the price still the same? You know what I'm saying? The overhead should be lowered. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing digital,
I still don't know, how does the realtor get paid? Like, what did they get the money out of? I don't. If it's like out of the cut of like
the realtor gets the cut out of the person selling the house.
So the person selling, not the person buying.
No, not the person buying. The person selling.
Both.
So what about like the realtor that represent the buyer?
The one that represents the buyer, it's 6%, no matter what the sales price, and that's broken down between the buyer's agent and the seller's agent. Yeah.
Yeah, but where does it come from?
It comes from the total price of the house.
Right.
Okay,
so out of the whatever you sign.
Yeah, whatever you sell it for. So when you think about it, both the agents are working, don't have an incentive for the buyer. They're both cool with you paying more for the property. And think about it, everyone's cool with you paying more for the property besides you, the buyer. Because everyone makes out better. You gotta
yeah, because it's based on percentage.
It's based on percentage, yeah. Only person that's gonna fuck is the buyer. The shit is kind of good. Yeah, it's just some of these basic stuff that I be thinking, like after being a homeowner, I be thinking maybe if there's a way to, like I got like a folder at home where I'm like, this is the tax folder or the HOA folder. I feel like all this shit should almost be streamlined, like online, right from your phone. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can digitize it and streamline it through your phone.
You can. I thought of that idea, but I was like, there's already apps that you can, in a sense, do it, like Dropbox it. But I'm sure if you could repackage your framework for homeowners, for everything, you know, growing up when your parents, if they ever had that little black briefcase or some shit under the bed that had all the passports and all the important information, you should have like a digital vault version of that. But that's about it. We ready to go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. What we want to start off with, hip hop or pop culture?
Hip hop's a little light, so we can start with hip hop. If y'all want, what do you want to do?
Let's knock hip hop out the way. I know the big one this week in hip hop was the shooting in Miami with shystie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I want to give some background on that.
From what I can see is what it looked like. shystie said that someone tried to rob him. They tried to take like $30,000 out of his pocket or something like that. It's kind of crazy that these boys, you know, getting that back end in cash to begin with. But you know, he wasn't having it though. And there's footage of you see shystie with the gun at hip or something like that as they're kind of walking out the club.
That's the thing. Wasn't he performing?
Yeah, he was performing.
Why do you need 30,000 in your pocket if you're performing, bro? Niggas is retarded, bro.
That's what
them boys do, man.
But you know, they want that back end in cash, dog. You know what I'm saying? So they have to split it with the label. So
I understand that, but you can collect the back end and have a money man that has a backpack and is on the side. You don't have to hold it yourself as you perform.
I don't know. Maybe niggas don't even trust the money man.
Exactly.
The rap game is so much like the drug game. It's sad in a sense. Like all these boys are signing 360s. And when you sign the 360, the label wants a cut of everything. The guy you signed to wants a cut of something. He put you on. You let you say he's gonna put you out. But he knows you might try to run away with the bread. So he's gonna put someone in your team you don't even know. He might put one of your teams kind of there to watch him. You know what I'm saying? Or the bad guy, like you said, might be on him. So you come into him, sure, like, hold on, man, I know you got this. You don't really know who's telling the boss the actual amount. And the boss is probably telling the label different amount. It's kind of a, everyone's a little bit really taking a little bit off the top. Because if it was legit, there wouldn't even be no give me no back end in cash. Pay me at the door, cut me another check on the thing, but they don't want to pay taxes. They don't want to pay you know what I'm saying? They don't pay the guard. It's just a constant game of, you know what I'm saying, trying to take a little bit off so you can get away with the most.
Well, throughout his whole incident where somebody tried to rob him, I guess he pulled the gun and
he shot a bouncer.
It discharged. They said it discharged when he pulled it out, and it ricocheted off the floor and hit a bouncer in the leg. Not a bouncer. I think the bouncer is trying to sue or whatever. But he was granted bond, a $10,000 bond.
Yeah, you should have green as district attorney trying to say no bond, bring up old charges. I don't. Just listen. They usually allow bonds for this. We're giving the guy a bond, okay? They try to, they try to do. They try to bleed you, man. Try to make you not get the bond.
But it's funny how you got a lot of these guys who carry guns and like you shouldn't have any incident like that. Or you misfiring.
I was Gray coming in twice.
Gray, what you doing, bro? You fucking up the stream.
How? Oh, he's switching?
I don't know what this nigga got going on, B.
That was good. Greg, how'd you do that? The two different devices?
Oh, no.
Now we hear you but can't see you.
All right, now you back to normal.
It's frozen.
This nigga.
Where it's moving slow, it's laggy. Yeah, so imagine now this young dude's getting the bag. You don't want that lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go around the certain areas or getting shit get crazy. So you already know that settlement's gonna have to come. It's kind of fucked up. Bouncer gets to shoot Sufu Saisi gets to sue the club. It's kind of it's wild.
And probably the company he's working for, because he's not working for the club. It's usually outsourced.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole umbrella thing, sue everybody involved, so you get a check from at least somebody.
Exactly. That club might fuck around and get shut down.
What club was it?
I think it was King of Diamonds.
I thought King of Diamonds was closed a long time ago, though. Bro.
That's what I thought. I thought they closed it down, but the clubs we were using the same names.
Because I remember them saying King of Diamonds. I was like, what? Didn't King of Diamonds shut down in like 2012?
Yeah, maybe it's a different establishment. Because that one did look a little smaller, but maybe they're going by the same name.
Oh, that's crazy. King of Diamonds used to be the spot, though. If you had money.
All these things are LLCs. When they get a lawsuit, they just shut them shits down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the good thing with LLCs, you can always
pop up another one.
And you can always keep the name because all you gotta do is say DBA, doing business as King of Diamonds.
Yeah.
So the LLC don't really have to match the name of the company.
Yeah, or tweak it a bit. So, but even the old King of Diamonds don't even make no sense how that venue was massive. It didn't make no sense how they even lost that one.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
You got like Live on Sundays. You got clubs in Miami that are just staples that ain't going nowhere. I thought King of Diamonds was off in the cut by itself. It was huge. They're making money. We're ready for the next absurdity. Greg, you with us?
Trey's lagging and stuff like that. He might need to
Jump back to
disconnect
another
and
one.
re-come back in.
Why
But what
don't
else we got? What else we got in hip hop?
In hip hop, we had Lil Durk. His brother ended up getting sadly, his big brother got killed over the weekend.
I'm not sure if it was an older or younger brother, but I did hear about it at a nightclub.
At a nightclub. I think he's like a party promoter to begin with. So
Did they say why he was killed, or was it random, or was it like,
I don't know if it was random, but that's the issue with Lil Durk as of lately. At least he's been out here naming a couple rappers and it's stuff, even niggas that died. So he's been a little hot boy in it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, his homeboy got killed not too long ago, King Von. So you know what I'm saying? So he's as rich as he is, as big as he is. This dude have a Drake feature. He got a joint album with Lil Baby. All the singles I heard so far actually fire. And him and Lil Baby, they actually good.
yeah, they make a good duo.
Yeah. So
the album actually released? Is it out or is it just like
first they
putting
released
out
the
singles?
single of them together on Khaled's album. I think they just did release the album this weekend.
Yeah, I didn't check out no new music this weekend.
But yeah, they said his brother been a co-promoter all these years, no issue. And then now all of a sudden, now you talking all this spiciness on records now, and they can't get to you. In Chicago. And people, you see, all I'm seeing is people saying, man, y'all pray for Lil Durk, man. Y'all pray for his mental health. It's got to be hard because, he lost his big brother recently. And before that, he lost, they call his twin or his partner, King Von. And then I believe like last year, sometime before that, he lost his manager. So niggas, a lot of death around him. Well,
isn't he still facing a murder charge?
Is it a murder charge? I thought it wasn't. He was the one that came down and was shooting the promoter in Atlanta, right?
I knew he was facing some type of.
I think that was Vaughn.
I don't know if it was attempted,
like attempted murder. Yeah, they were shooting at some club, and then after he got jammed up, he started doing all the good charity acts in Chicago and shit, clean up his name.
Right.
Yeah, so he's still facing that.
Yeah, niggas on that hot boy shit.
And these boys live life, man. By Chicago sad. He's an old man right now. Right? The sad shit is that still in prison. I don't know when his dad's supposed to get out, but yeah, what's crazy is what was it, FDG Duck, whatever the dude's name was, who had an issue with him, who made a diss song about him and got killed outside of Chicago, like a mall. And they said Dirk been dissing him, you know what I'm saying? And the mom was trying to say Dirk, keep her son's name out your mouth, you had no issue when he was here, some shit like that. And now look, now your brother dies. The mom sent out a message to the dad, even though he's in jail, he got a cell phone, sending her condolences. But she was one of those parents trying to tell people, y'all need to stop all this drill music bullshit. We dying, but young niggas, man. These the animals Hillary Clinton tried to put in the cage, though.
Super predators.
These super predators in Chicago. These young niggas that don't really live for nothing. It's a sad state of affairs, especially if these niggas are actually now the time more than ever where the drug dealers are. You don't even have to sell as much drugs to be as rich. You know what I'm saying? Between the heroin, these motherfuckers, the fentanyl and shit like that. If you are making a killing right now between busting down plays, there's different avenues to get rich. So these are ganging up and killing each other right now. It's still very, very much wild.
I haven't even heard of a lot of drug dealers being famous lately. Now it's all about
murders.
It's just, I don't know, bro. I'm not seeing the same glorification of drug dealers that we used to see.
Because they're not getting all the money anymore. The scammers, the card crackers, the flippers, the white collars, they're making much more. The drug dealer, you were saying he's stereotypical. He gets to eat, but he don't get to eat for long. You know what I'm saying? The cops always circling his block, bending his corner. There's a whole enforcement agency for him. All the other guys, man, they get the rock out, you know what I'm saying, before they get caught.
I suppose.
You got to just know the game. I don't know how the hell we lost Gray, bro.
Yeah, Greg going through some technical difficulties.
There you go, pop him back up. So he's connecting with his audio. There you go. You hear us, Greg?
Yeah, my laptop's just fucking up. Yeah, these the iPad.
Okay. Yeah, we're talking about Lil Durk's brother getting killed.
Say who, Lil Durk, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And you seen what you call him? Tekashi trolling him.
Yeah, Chikashi chose all them boys when they get murked. You know,
I mean, about his brother's death. Like that's
when them boys got murked, he said, "Oh, I guess you could go." He don't play well. He don't play. He's like the ultimate troll. Like I can't say the troll. They're really gonna have to kill him when they catch him.
Yeah,
He works overtime for it.
But you know,
But
at
he
the
knows
same
that
time,
as long as he stays famous.
but funny thing is,
try to kill him.
Funny thing is, at the same time, he's really testing them boys. He really exposing,
yeah, that's what
like,
he said.
all their lyrics. Like he's saying, like, okay, your niggas so tough, you're so hard, you want to do this, you want to do that. But look at me, I'm trolling you. I've been doing this here. I've been disrespecting y'all in the worst way, but yet y'all still can't touch me.
Yeah, that's what he likes to say. He's like, y'all gotta understand these niggas ain't really. I guess it's kind of crazy. 6ix9ine is almost like the court gesture in a sense. Like, I can say, everything's necessary if you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Even a broken clock's right, even, you know what I'm saying, twice a day. I can't say it's not necessary because in a sense he is necessary because you can see that these guys are only human. You control them like you control anyone else. And he brings up stuff like, hey, these guys have a problem against me. They have no problem shooting me down, but let a cop go murk one of their friends in the streets. All they're gonna go and say is, rest in peace, my dog. They're not really gonna say, they're not really being an issue to the authority figures. You know what I'm saying? He's basically saying they're being a menace to those they know they can get away with it.
True, yeah.
But he was like, but these are the same people that want you to follow to a code and die for. So I guess it's kind of in a way there to expose the game as like, the rules of the game are just made up. And you follow it if you want, or you don't follow it if you want. He's snitching, but still getting money. And those that do follow it, their friends are getting killed. They're not doing nothing about it. They're just living their life.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to let y'all know. So like I said, it's a good and bad thing in a sense. But to me, it is a little vain and heartless for you to be making fun of people in there when their friends die and shit like that. But that's how he gets down.
I guess it's easy to do that when you don't have any connections to the streets.
Yeah, but he has his own kid and shit like that. The shit is wild, and I know his baby mama said all he's doing is making our kid. You know what I'm saying? She said all he's doing is putting our kid's life in jeopardy by him doing all this dumb shit. And let that Durk shit show you a message. All these niggas, if they can't get you, they'll get your closest kin. I don't know if I remember in Chicago when some dude shot up at somebody he missed him. I guess the dude's mom got killed or shot. They end up going around and calling the ops' little brother, who was like 8 years old, called him to the alley and shot him dead in the head.
Yeah, that shit happens all the time.
Yep. So some niggas is not playing.
Hey, that's part of life, man. It is what it is. If you want to get into this gangster shit, you gotta abide by it.
That's true, but when does your family have to do with it? Just like the other rapper, I forgot when he's from Texas. He was beefing with some nigga tried to shoot him down. Can't get him.
They blew up the grandma house, right?
Yeah,
they like that.
Shot up the house and blew up his grandma's house, killed his grandparents.
Wow.
Niggas, some niggas do not play. Some niggas are the real deal. Speaking of rappers, I got.
It seems like it's only a few, but everybody trying to ride on.
Ray, what audio are you using? What mic are you using, bro?
Yeah, I'm not using the mic.
What, you on the iPad or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is this? This sounds bad.
It's just not the same quality we used to, but you're fine. We'll get through it.
Hold on.
You use the Apple headphones.
Yeah, if you plug in, well, I don't know if you have any Apple headphones or anything near you. You could use that instead of the device mic.
All right.
But nonetheless, what else we have in hip hop? This is what I wanted to bring up. You remember, I guess Future dropped that song with is it 42 Doug or who is it with?
I think 42 Doug. Hold on.
The one that says "Tell Steve Harvey I don't want her," some shit like that.
Yeah.
And there's been like a lot of outrage on people saying, Future's toxic. He there's no, it's not necessary and shit like that. But I was like, how much shit do you guys want him to put up with himself? Because like when
magazines compare him.
Right. When you have the, what's her name? Laurie Harvey. And you have Steve Harvey comes out and says Future's a trash dude, blah, 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 shit like that. Do you expect him not to respond? And he don't do much interviews. And this is how he responds, is through his music to put his side of the story out. So, because every time someone starts dating someone new after they started messing with Future, they always dog him out and say he was a bad guy, this and that. So I don't see what's the problem with him defending himself by letting Steve Harvey know, like, hey, nigga, I didn't want your fucking daughter. She was begging me to stay.
Damn.
What's the problem with that? Do you guys see anything wrong with him doing what he does after these chicks come out and diss him?
You don't really.
No, I don't see no wrong
like
because they came to him,
Yeah,
and they have a trust to say no. You gotta say, man, like women's are not children out here, man. Like, especially if you want to claim independence and want to call yourself queen. I mean, you got to be accountable for the shit that you do.
My thing is, Future just plays into his. There's a base that loves him to be toxic. Like that's like a meme they like to make online, where some people, if you catch yourself simping for a girl, they'll show a picture of like Dexter that say I failed you, but they'll remove it and they'll put face on there and say I failed you. You know what I'm saying? They're like he's the toxic god is what they call him. He has like 7 baby mamas and shit like that. Tends to do breakup albums, so I guess they're trying to. He likes to play into the role. You know what I'm saying? The toxic god. He knows that he has no problem, calling out Laurie because I'm saying, like I said, it works in his favor. It's sad, but like I said, he has no problem. It's part of his brand, and as soon as it becomes not cool to be part of his brand, he'll switch up to something else.
But it's really more like on Steve Harvey. I mean, yeah, this is your daughter, but at some point, like, you just don't have any control. They're gonna do what they do, so you can't really. As upset that he may be, it's your daughter's choice.
But there's plenty of guys date celebrities in the industry. On their breakup, we don't hear about it. You have to put their name on the track. There's just a mutual breakup. You know what I'm saying? You took plenty of them down.
Yeah, but I mean, with them too, like that celebrity space it's different, man. Like, she also dated Diddy, who's like, not too far from being the same age as her father, Steve Harvey himself. Also dated his son.
Her stepfather.
Also dated his son, huh?
So Steve Harvey's her stepfather.
Oh, okay. He's not her biological father.
Nah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. But hey,
Steve Harvey's older than Diddy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
but if your daughter's a thought, you can't be mad.
Well, your stepdaughter.
Your stepdaughter, yeah. Like, if she happened to be the industry pass around, then you can't be mad at anybody for taking a churn. Because the only person she didn't fuck with in the industry that wanted to fuck with her was that nigga Meek Mill.
Yeah. Like Steve Harvey's 51. No, Diddy's 51. Steve Harvey's 64. So you're saying it ain't like that's a big age difference.
That's a whole generation. So
yeah, so it's not. But the only thing that was odd with them two, Lord Harvey, is the fact that Diddy used to date her, and then Diddy's son used to date her.
Yeah, bro. And no one ever bashes her for that.
Oh, Boosie does. Remember they called the Boosie?
Oh, we know Boosie a different breed, so Boosie gonna keep it 100.
Boosie just did a Vlad interview talking about these girls flying out to Island. Like, look, man, we grown, man. We go to Island and we fucking, man. That's it. That's the reason we be out there. So we don't want the celebrities being on our business. We want to be stars. We go to the little islands together, we fucking, man. Simple as that. So, but you know the society, no one likes to hear anything bad or negative. So
Speaking of Boosie and the Vlad interview, did you catch the Juvenile interview with Vlad?
I did.
So this is what I don't understand about the whole hip hop community, right? They like to say Vlad is the feds and he get niggas in trouble, blah blah blah. But if you listen to the Juvie interview, you can clearly see that it's not. There's ways you need to answer questions and know what the hell you're saying.
Yeah, because Boosie turned down plenty of questions he didn't want to answer. He just said, "No, I'm not speaking on that." Next.
Yeah, just like Juvenile, every time Vlad brought up something he didn't want to talk about, he said, "Nah, we're not on that. We're not talking about that." Then at the end of the interview, he wanted to talk about Young Buck. Yeah. Vlad asked him about Young Buck, and he was like, "Nah, I don't fuck with Young Buck. Young Buck's a bitch." And then Juvie ended the interview like, I see where you're trying to go with it, nigga. We done.
Well, it wasn't even him. I think that was the end of the interview. His manager was saying, "Hey, man, y'all wrapped it up. You actually all the wrong questions. Now we ain't here for all that." Because he wasn't allowed to really say anything bad about Cash Money or anything. And even he said, "I don't really like to speak on Cash Money because they end up paying me and I'm with them right now." So he didn't even let even go in his bag. Right. It was a decent Juvie interview, but you didn't get to cover all the mayhem of when they split the UTP aspect. But it's still one of the few.
That's all on the person that's being interviewed. Like if you know how to conduct yourself in an interview, there shouldn't be no problem. Just like he also has a current one with Kevin Samuels. That he's interviewing Kevin Samuels, and every time he brings something up that Kevin Samuels doesn't agree with, he gets checked on the spot, and he's like, "No, this is not what I said. This is what I said, and this is what it is." Because we already know how Vlad does his interviews. He'll throw in shit that is not a real question to try to bait you into saying some other shit that to make you look crazy.
Yep.
So it's all on the person being interviewed, man. You just have to. I don't know if these hip hop artists don't have no public relations persons that coach them through interviews and whatnot, where they just go in and start talking about anything, even if it's incriminating, even if it doesn't put them in the best light, they still answer the question. And
that's true.
So you can't blame Vlad for his interview style, because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to click. He's a clickbait king.
Trying to get them quick survival.
So it is what it is. What else we got in hip hop though?
I don't know if I have anything else in hip hop. Did you check out any new albums? I know Lloyd Banks was supposed to have a release this week.
I heard Banks dropped an album and it was like 18 tracks, 28 tracks, something like that. But I didn't get to check it out.
The playlist is like all New York.
But they said it's a solid album.
I just don't like that, man. Like, look what age we're in now. South is practically running. We'll get you 2 decent Southern features. Give the album a chance.
Did you listen to it?
Not yet.
I heard it's a good album, so I'm gonna check it out soon. Whenever I got some time, I'll probably check it out sometime this week. But You know, we know Banks is a spitter, so
Exactly, but he got Benny the Butcher on there, Rock Marcy, Freddie Gibbs, but this would have been perfect, for you to throw a Money Bag Yo on there or something. You know what I'm saying?
you already know how I feel. If you drop an album in 2020, 2021, if you ain't got Lil Baby on the album, you ain't got an album.
He might not have the Lil Baby budget. He's underground. But I like to think he could get a Drake feature.
You said who?
I like to think he could get a Drake feature.
Nah, he ain't there.
You gotta look at what age.
If he can't get a Lil Baby, he definitely ain't getting Drake. Right?
Well, listen, what I mean is he can't get a Lil Baby because he don't have the Lil Baby bag. He don't have the Drake.
Well, he definitely ain't got the Drake bag.
You don't have the Drake bag either, but what he has is Drake would be honored because that's someone he grew up loving as well. Drake loved the Clips. Ain't no way there's not an overlap of loving Biggs. That means you were heavy on lyrics growing up. And if you think Clips had a run, when G-Unit came around, them motherfuckers had a massive run. It was hard to find anyone that wasn't a fan of G-Unit back then. So
you said the Clips.
Yeah, so he liked the Clips, which is real early.
You talking about with Pusha T?
Pusha T and his brother, yeah. Which they've been gone for a while. They used to be Drake's favorite.
The same Pusha T was just beefing with Drake.
Yeah, but that was the beef with Drake. Before that, those were his favorites. That was his favorite artists.
You know the phrase, your idols become your rivals.
Exactly. So
Pusha T was just hating on that nigga Drake a little bit.
Well, Pusha T was always going that way, and we never responded. And he fought with that Drake, and Drake hadn't responded until Drake did the song. And that's why Pusha T, he put his advantage.
Well, I mean, Drake was losing to him, he was losing the battle to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only part he messed up at. That's why sometimes when you're on the top, you're going to guys at the bottom because you give them opportunity, they always try to sink you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what the fuck? You on gummies, bro? Because you looking a little too laxed.
I've been up all day. What else? I don't think we have anything else in hip hop. Like I said, there's the Banks album. I'm gonna have it on review this week, and hopefully it's good. It's got him and his son on the cover. This is his forthcoming album. It's been years since he dropped one. I always felt like artists that dropped the ball out in New York that were used and just kind of went nowhere and didn't take advantage would always be Banks and your boy who lost his teeth.
Joe Santana.
But
that's the thing. They say it's a work ethic thing, bro.
Yeah, these are niggas that are lazy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe the New York lifestyle calls for it. You don't need it. I don't know how it goes. And not to mention Jay, you know, saying 50 made all them boys rich. They're millionaires early. I'm saying even 50 is not even known for music anymore. So if you walk through into the door, you're saying at the very least one of y'all should be around. Now, if I bring in a whole gang of niggas, you know what I'm saying? If I retire from the game, it should still be someone from that camp, you know what I'm saying, that's still around, that's still, you know what I'm saying, that's still big. At least that's how I feel. So, you know what I'm saying? Like what other groups is there that, you know, that came and went, the one of the art, even Dipset, you know what I'm saying? Jim Jones is still very much active.
Right.
Someone could keep the torch blowing on that end, or we're not all here, or we're searching for another bag. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Oh, y'all ready to dip out of hip hop? We can switch over to something else. Y'all got anything else in hip hop, music wise and such or anything?
I think we could jump into pop culture or something like that.
Oh, let's switch to pop culture. Comedian Gary Owens. His wife had filed for divorce, right? And now this past week, she kind of did like a little skating article calling the boy deadbeat, saying after all these years, you know, when she had held him down, this, that, and the third, when he didn't have no credit, when they got together, the first cars was under her name, the house was about her name, everything was under her name because he didn't have anything, and now that they divorced, he has.
Damn, we didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
He said now that they're going to divorce, he hasn't paid the power bill, light bills, or anything like that. He hasn't seen his kids in 12 months. I felt, and then she said, I guess we were only good when it was time for you to use this as a reference to the Black culture, or so you could have more access to your Black friends. And I was like, hold on now. I had to stop right there. I was like, don't try to straddle the line. You held this dude up the whole time. He was cool. He has Black friends. He's been with you over 20-some years. You got kids. As soon as the divorce comes, now you want to put the race card on him?
That's the bullshit with these chicks. They just want sympathy from the culture.
Yeah.
And be like, they want the culture to turn on this white guy that they've been telling us that he's good people. He's all this and that. He's
invited to the cookout.
He's one of the good ones, but now that you guys, right, you want to bash him. Next thing we're gonna hear is how he used to call her nigger bitch and shit like that. So I'm pretty sure that shit is coming.
I ain't going for it. I already knew that. Like I said, I've had friends, especially if wealthy friends that are like when they're going through divorce. Sadly enough, this is sometimes a tactic to divorce because majority of the time, who's engaged in the divorce?
Women.
The woman. So if you're the breadwinner, one of the tactics that you do, lawyers will tell you this: like, you know what? Cut off everything. Stop paying for everything. You know what I'm saying? Some people think a divorce it's supposed to be as cordial, as nice. But really, sometimes we're getting ready for war, because especially if you're about to come for everything I have. So you got to give them a taste of how it's going to be like if we stop everything right now.
Yep.
And he stops everything. He stops
complete halt.
Complete halt. You wanted me out, I'm out. This is not your life now.
Exactly.
And while you're trying to fight in between time, calling me this, calling that, meanwhile, the bills are still ringing up. You still got to eat. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't realize all this shit came to halt. So your only recourse,
ain't nobody taking the trash out.
Yeah, and now your only recourse is for you to bash me via PR. You can see it happen with Dr. Dre. You can see it happen with Deion Sanders. Anytime they go to divorce and they freeze everything, the first thing they do is tell them how the guys did this. They're abusive. You know what I'm saying? It's all these wives were never in public before, but as soon as breakup time, it's let me run this nigga was in, let me throw him in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only recourse they have. Sadly, so I'm saying that's how it goes. But that's all like. So I know the friend of mine. He told me when he was going through it, he did all that. He stopped because they gave them a restraining order of his own crib, and that shit had him livid. So the first thing he did is he said, all right, she gonna set a little crib. He didn't pay. He didn't go during the whole 3-4 months while they're going through the divorce proceedings. He didn't go see the kids. He didn't do anything. He wanted everyone in the house to feel that pressure. Because he knows it's gonna bounce as well.
That's the thing. Like if you're gonna bash him about not taking care of the bills and stuff like that, give him the kids. Then give him the kids. Say come pick up your kids, but you won't do that because that's a bag.
That's gonna be your leverage. Exactly.
That's your leverage.
But that would make sense though, because she was talking about how like sometimes he have like checks for like 600,000 just laying there. From time to time. So how can you say, he's a deadbeat?
But the second that they stopped dating and now she's dead, that's what he's saying. He's like, well, he's not a deadbeat, it's that you cut him off. He was a provider when he was with you. But he's not there no more. He's out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But luckily, Gary Owens he was on the Wendy Williams show, I think yesterday, and came into the clear his name. He's like, listen, man, all my kids are grown, so I don't understand how I'm a deadbeat. I'm like, damn, you left out that vital part, bro. This nigga, he's my youngest daughter's in college. If all his kids are grown, this is kind of fucking. What is that?
That's the thing. She still want him to take care of her, even though you don't want to be with him, and now he don't have no obligations to you. The kids are grown. There's he might have obligations, but that's for the court to settle out, and however long that may drag out. It's his job to make it drag out as long as possible because he's protecting his wealth. You get it? Yeah. It's not supposed to be a matter of convenience that we're breaking apart this union. It's supposed to be as inconvenient as possible. They wanted to just be easy. And I can't really blame him for doing what he got to do because you're protecting the wealth, protecting the union. When it was together, it wasn't like he was greedy. He was hoarding the money to himself. It was all for everyone. Now they're trying to separate and take half this good. They're like, no, I'm going to make it hard on you. You know what I'm saying? That's his only recourse. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And I guess her only recourse is bashing him on TV, which is going to fuck up later checks, which is eventually going to fuck up her checks as well.
what I'm saying? And I
Well,
don't see them getting back together. I thought at first he was gonna play this role and you know and try to draw out. If she didn't say nothing in the public, it would have been good. But the fact that she tried to go after the black base and try to play him like, oh, maybe we're on the good. You know, everyone in his career that's against him try to use that thing against him. And it's always black comedians and black folks that came to the side. So with her doing that, that's a real enemy move, bro.
Yeah.
And I could see him saying, you know, even if he likes her like that, I could see like, you're gonna make me look. I don't know. Like I said, you know, there's a thin line between love and hate. You know what I'm saying? That's another. That's the thing that the dude told me as well. He's like during that time he was going through the divorce. They end up reconciling. Though. He said during that time, he said there's nothing he wouldn't have done to fuck up her life. I was like, damn. I like bros like that. I was like, bro, you're like, bro. When you going through it, when you feel like the person you gave it all to, and you give them one out, they out here sizing you, and they try to take your shit. They're like, I understand you want a piece, but you trying to take all? They're like, nah, I ain't having it. So them boys turned all their resources into flipping it on her. Like they had businesses together. He brought in more members to dilute her portion. He brought in family members into the business. So you know what I'm saying? How it dilutes the portion. You know, you have the presidents and all that. He brought in a bunch of people. That way now you can move on the board and sell off assets before by the time you go to court, he might have had, let's say, 50 some properties, but by the time you go to court, because you know these court dates are spread out. By the time they should have been sold off, refinanced, this, that, and third, different parts of the bank. Now you can only sue him for what little portion he owns. You know what I'm saying? You can only sue, it's people play the game crazy, bro. You know what I'm
saying? Depending on what state she in, she should get some spousal support. That's about it.
They've been together over 20-some years. Yeah. If the kids are grown, yeah, that's. I mean, what more can you want? I mean, that's what I'm saying. If the kids are grown, what else can you want? Spousal support. Maybe you give her a check. You know what I'm saying? If you know what's saying, but I don't know how rich Gary. You know what I'm saying how rich he is. He's still a very much working comedian. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing women do, bro. Like she went out in public and was like, he's not taking care of the kids. Like the kids are minors. Yeah, these are grown kids. Like you don't owe your kids anything after 18.
The thing is, the guys aren't usually spiteful. Sometimes when they're spiteful, she's lucky she's not messing with, because you fuck with someone like D Wade, that nigga taking all.
Well, I think if their kids are in college, like he might still have to pay until like they're like 26.
21, I believe.
26, I think, yeah.
I think it's 22 or 24. It's not 26. And if they're in college, you like still have to pay like health insurance and stuff like that. But
yeah, but either way,
there's no child support.
Yeah, and he was saying even with college, there's COVID, so the kids aren't even really off in campus. They're working. He said, my kids are grown, so not seeing my kids every 2, 3, 4 months. That's kind of normal with adults, children. That's what he said. He's like, it's not like it's a rare. They don't like we don't talk on the phone, but if I don't see them 2, 3 months, I'm on the road all the time. That's normal with adults. He was saying with adult kids. I was like, damn, she left out that part.
And, so now the public is thinking he got young kids, but they're fucking grown.
Yeah, luckily, yeah, he went on. And what was sad though, the real sad part was in the divorce part was Wendy Williams out here trying to throw signs, throw them in the box, and he was vehemently trying to block it, bro. And she got that gout, that fat leg. She out here trying to throw you. Gary was like, it was real bad to look at, bro.
It was cringing.
That was cringy, bro. Trying to throw Gary in the box. Gary like, oh no, like Jesus, Wendy. I'll tell you, Wendy, we're watching Wendy slowly disintegrate right before our very eyes, bro. So yeah, it was bad, but we'll see how this means from. He's I think he just did the movie House Party again or something like that, or Ghost House doing with Duval and Mike Epps and all them.
Meet the Blacks?
Meet the Blacks, yeah. Part 2 or something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, the black market is still his bread and butter. And like he could have sold that on white comedy a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that you're still gunning for that, and you try to say like, oh, so you can get your whole new group of black comedians. Like, whoa, hold on. They didn't like Gary. Gary's out here on the white circus with white kids. You know what I'm saying? So this shit, I like this. This is kind of short-sighted. You trying to really fuck up the bread. But people are angry, bro. People are angry. It's always crazy. You see it happen all the time. I guess it's their only recourse. You've seen it happen to Kevin Hart when he was going through it with his girl. It's always that method. Every time it's a breakup. But y'all don't understand. How come they can't ever just go smooth transition? It's wild. I guess idols become rivals. Your love becomes rival. I guess.
Yeah, well, breakups are devastating when it's a long relationship, bro. Breakups are never easy.
I don't know. The super rich make it seem like it's not an issue. We didn't hear no bad talk out of Mackenzie Bezos when it came time to get her back. She became the richest woman in the world. Got her a cool 30 billion, clean, dipped out, and just so people didn't call her gold digger, she put a lot of it towards charity or pledged a lot of it going to charity because she got that 30 billion right out the gate, became the world's richest woman. People were like, oh, this gold digging bitch, this, that, and third, this, that. So but all he did is came out and said, nah, she's been here long enough. She's been here with Slam. And it wasn't until after he ended up giving her that big sack that he became the world's richest man. Because now he's doing 200 billion. So he done leveled up ever since the divorce.
Yeah, that's crazy though. Like it's crazy. Like a lot of guys after divorce, like it looked like they just done lost everything. Like they done lost their whole manhood. They done lost
most do, but themselves. These last few guys. Who would have saw COVID?
It like these dudes, like it's like divorce, it made them even stronger, even better. Like it's crazy.
Who would have saw COVID coming now? COVID fucking made Amazon pop out here. So he was eating. COVID came. COVID is the best thing to happen to him.
Well, that's not for the average man to try. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, it'll work. These stats aren't for the average man.
Yeah, most likely you're not gonna come up top.
Divorce will very much fuck up your life.
You're not gonna level up.
That's fair. They say for the average man. So, but I've seen people like on Matt I've seen people try to use that in comparison online. They're talking about Elon divorce, Bezos divorce, Gates divorce. That's how these rich niggas get in the bag and don't even married. Maybe you could tell like, hold on, first, don't let the data skew you because most of these billionaires are married. Don't let the few that are not divorced try to skew you and think it's gonna go in your favor. Because if these girls did put up a fight, they could have went for half. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Like these memes that come out about these single guys that are now divorced and they're super wealthy. They don't realize to get to that wealth, there's not a single basher don't get to that type of wealth.
Exactly. It's discipline.
Being married gets you to that plateau where you want to get to.
A lot of sidetracks, a lot of staying home, a lot of discipline, a lot of putting things towards the business, a lot of worrying about legacy first. And just worrying about partying every damn day long.
Yeah, I say it happened when you have a healthy marriage, the woman, everybody play their roles. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it's unhealthy, they worry about sometimes they're worried about their dynasty. They're worried about
going anywhere when it's unhealthy, Nate.
No, here's what I mean. They're worried about the family, the dynasty more than anything. That's what they both working towards that.
Exactly. So it got to be healthy for that to happen.
No, because you got couples that they don't even really fuck with. Look at Bill Gates. Look at Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton.
Yeah, but she still play her role.
And that's what I'm saying. What I'm talking about, they don't really fuck with each other, but they just
she hold the vow for better or for worse.
Yeah, both goes with.
You don't see she out here slandering his name.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She never bashed his name. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
she's not destroying anything.
Oh yeah, correct. Yeah. You put the legacy first.
There you go. Yeah, but I'm talking about when you have like all that, like what you got today, like people trying to
slander,
like a whole mess, slender names and all that.
That ain't gonna. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, you're not gonna go anywhere with that, man. You just can't go anywhere with that.
And if you do it right, I'm saying that the money's gonna stay in the family, this, that, and the third. But it's crazy. So yeah, that's the one thing that people's putting online, and to be showing these single guys are like, hold on, we're not working in your favor that way. I like the meme that they're talking about these rich niggas in the world. The richest niggas in the world couldn't keep their woman happy. Who the fuck am I?
That's why you gotta live and say, fuck your happiness.
Okay.
We got a job to do.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody happy at work.
Right?
This relationship is a job. Ain't nobody happy at work.
But it's like the way it is. It's like these girls, they want this kind of relationship where like one, you got to entertain them, you got to provide, you got to protect, you got to do everything. But so basically, you just like, you know, she's got to sit there and then cross her leg. You got to bring the bag in. Also, you know, like keep her from being bored. That's exhausting as fuck.
It's different. There's different from different one because there's couples that they both want. Now you have couples that they both have to get the bag. There's that. But the entertainment aspect's always going to be there. That's what I'm saying. People ain't being with you to be bored. You know what I'm saying? Now I could be people gonna treat. I could be bored by myself. Yes, simple as that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta hope maybe the person's as boring as you or something. But they were saying, well, the person be with you is gonna be bored.
But I mean, listen though. Life is not supposed to be like, you know, like every second is supposed to be exciting. I mean, it ain't.
That's very
like,
true. Yeah, you gotta put in work. Yeah, you gotta put in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can do an activity like, you know, every, you know, like so often, but it ain't like every second, like, you know, you're supposed to entertain somebody, like you're supposed to be like some kind of dance monkey for someone. Like
that's very true. You're very true, and especially because the more you put off gratification, the wealthier and more better off the life. The more you're willing to put off little side effects, little shows, the more you get able to save. The more.
Yeah, I mean, even look at all the richest men. You think they out here, you know, like jumping up and down partying?
No, they're not. Not till they
exactly.
got in the bag.
These are old bones. These are old guys.
Not till they got in the bag. But when you're poor and you came from broke,
their life is very boring as hell.
That's what I'm saying. But when you're broke and you came from brokenness, you don't want to have to wait all into your old to enjoy it. That's one thing that you realize, especially when you're broke and you're young. You're like, man, if you've come to terms with I'm gonna die broke, I might as well have the fucking fun while I'm young. Especially that.
And to tell you the truth, it should actually be the other way around. Like it's like, what is this woman actually doing?
I mean, it
actually lift your mood up.
Yeah, it has its, like I said, it has its ups and its downs. Not as I mean, it has its both sides because yeah, you ain't gonna want no one that's gonna give you a headache every damn time or make your life harder, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it just that's the yin and yang of it. That's the yin and yang of it, but who knows? I don't even get on the. Oh yeah, that was from the Gary Owen shit, right?
Yeah.
All right, another thing I have in pop culture. I don't know if this is politics. We haven't covered politics forever. This French president they slapped the shit out of him.
I didn't see the video. One of y'all send me the video, bro. I didn't see it.
I said that in the group.
It's in the.
That's a certain thing.
It's in the group. Okay. Yeah, it's in the group post, group chat.
He came out here.
The group text. Yeah, it's crazy. Guy just like jump over the barricade.
He came out here to shake hands, and someone slapped fire on Macron. Act like they were just shaking hands, slapped him. The guards got on him. I'd like to think over here, if that happened over here, they'd beat the shit out of that dude, bro.
Oh yeah. I don't even think people over here would have the audacity to even try that shit. They would beat
the shit out of him, and everyone would act like it didn't happen. Like the guy, remember the guy in Orlando when he didn't even kill a police officer because she was in pursuit. She died. He killed the girl and her brother, but the cop that was chasing them, she died off their own trap shit. And because of that, when they brought him in, they took that nigga's eye.
Yeah, they took that nigga whole eye, socked it out.
Yeah, and then they showed him leading up to that, 2 eyes. This man just shows up on TV, 1 eye gone, patch out, and they act like the news just act like that shit don't even exist, bro. This shit is insane. He's over here reporting it like, they're like, man, no, I'm not guilty. These motherfuckers took my eye. I don't give a fuck. And the news act like, well, there you have it, folks. This is first day I remember. They act like they didn't hear what I said. I'm like, bro. Yeah, if you did that to the president here, I think the whole system would just be cool. You get your ass whooped. They'll just look the other way. It's like there's also times we see when there's high-speed chase, and then the cop starts whooping the people's ass and they catch them. The helicopter
chopper pans off. Yeah,
it pans. Oh, they got him, guys. They got him. That's it. They don't say, "Hold on, what the fuck's going on?" So it's one of those shits. Yeah, you know, French president a little slow. That would have slide with the American president because last time someone tried that was on George W. Bush.
That was
Yeah,
outside of the
threw the shoe
country.
at him.
Outside of the country, they threw the shoe at him. Your boy was smooth. They throw 2 shoes at him. Your boy ducked both of them things. Wow,
Yeah.
clean on that. Those damn side of swivel.
I'm not gonna lie, I gotta give that to Bush though. Like he actually ducked both of them.
Yeah, his old ass started to swivel on him. Though. Like, oh, like, good.
Oh man, that was good. Yeah.
That's the thing. That French president should have seen that slap coming, bro. The guy cocked back and all, bro.
The guy looked like he was going for a hug. He held like one hand before slapping him. They're disrespectful shit, bro.
It was a juke slap.
Yeah, it was a juke slap. It was like he played him. He made it seem like he was a good fit. Hey, he's going for the hug. Wow, bitch. Yeah, with that bitch you thought. Real disrespectful stuff. The shit motherfuckers try to do to insult, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what time he'll get for that or anything. I think the guy that threw the shoe at Bush almost sat in jail for almost 3 years.
That's that American pressure, though.
Yeah, America had to do that. Exactly. I think that's all I have for pop culture. I got anything else in pop culture?
Not really.
Yeah, Kanye finally releasing the
Gap.
The Gap. What is that? A bubble coat?
Yeah, shit was like $200, bro. I was like, who's paying $200 for this ragged ass coat, bro?
It's not who's paying for it. Who's paying for it at the Gap? The Gap isn't meant for premium high end. I'm saying that's kind of crazy.
You slap that easy on it, and it's going.
So now they're gonna have high end premium stuff in there.
There you go. You slap that easy on it. It's high end.
So everything in there is cheap. Everything else in the store costs $14.99, $27, $40. But this little section, $200 for just the one jacket.
It's never gonna make it to the stores. You're always gonna have to buy it online because it's not gonna make it to the stores.
Oh, you think he's doing that intentional? Like, so it's a Gap lineup, but it's never gonna have to worry about it being. Yeah, you might be right. He might make it very limited every time.
You're never gonna see it in the actual Gap store.
What they call the Yeezy?
Because what happened is he wanted to do couture, which is high-end luxury clothes, expensive clothes. He never wanted to go. Then he got to deal with the Gap, but I still know he doesn't want his thing watered down. He don't want his clothes to be like, let's say Fruit of the Loom or like Sean John or any hip hop clothes. He don't want it to be trendy for one season. And then die out. He wants the shit to be around forever. And the only way he could do that is by making it premium, very costly, very limited. But the Gap is so wide and everywhere. I don't know how he's gonna put out for the Gap, but we'll see. If he's doing like these little seasonal drops, very expensive, limited shit, then it could work.
Yeah, but what are they called?
Just the Yeezy line in the Gap.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
No,
the Gap,
the coat,
it's a bubble coat. It's just a bubble coat, right? And there's no special name to it. It's just
you already know
easy designed.
You already know Kanye's designs is always fun. You already know his designs are always funky. I'm gonna send it to you. All right, look, it's just a bubble coat, bro.
But this is the thing. Like they only release one jacket, but Gap, Gap is in the business of making money. So Gap wanted to release like 3 different colors, all at once, but Kanye didn't approve it, and I guess in his contract he has the power to approve what gets released and how it gets released.
Well, Kanye has become a master of. I was watching something about Sneaker Case. He's a master of the. He's basically like a one man. What's that one shoots the skateboard company that snaps their name on everything? Supreme. So he's like that. He wants to make it limited. See the Gap, the jacket's already on eBay right now. Remember, it costs $200. It's on eBay for $495. So he likes stuff that's gonna sell out quick, and that way there's still a second market for it. So the demand's always there. You know what I'm saying? It's a smart tactic, and it keeps it very limited. What's the name? Yeah, if the Gap had it their way, they would do it a bunch of colors.
Yeah, the Gap would just mass produce it.
Exactly. And Kanye ain't having that. He don't want it to cheapen his brand. So yeah, it's already online for $500 though.
Because that's the thing with these high-end brands, you don't want it to be mass produced and have a whole bunch of stock just sitting inside the store.
Because what they do, matter of fact, with big brands, they get them back and they shred them. They don't even send them to other countries. They'll shred them and reuse the cloth because they don't want it to be everywhere. That's why they make them very limited.
Yeah, that's just part of the game. Like you never see brands like
Gucci,
Louis Vuitton,
Louis Vuitton,
stuff like that on sale, other than this, if it's like at an outlet store that they own.
Exactly.
You might catch it for a cheaper price if it's out of season, but you won't never see a Gucci flip flop inside of a Ross or anything like that because
they'll get it back. They bring it. They'll recoup it back.
They rather get it back and just burn it.
Yep. before they're allowed to be out here in these streets. So it's a way of artificially keeping the price high. You know what I'm saying? Like they say how they do it diamonds and shit like that. Or they do it oil. When we're not going out, these motherfuckers stop pumping oil wells and they'll say oil production's lower. Now we got to raise the gas price. That was the last one for pop culture. We can switch over to sports, which we had this past weekend. The Mayweather versus, was it Logan Paul or Jake Paul?
Logan.
Clean finesse. You know, I actually happily sucked my way through thanks to them gummies. Sucked my way through it. Woke up in the morning, but from what I'm hearing, how boring it was, they said, you know.
I ended up watching the whole fight. I don't even remember how I watched the whole fight. I think I watched it the next day or like the night after I woke up from them gummies. I watched it. Shit was terrible, bro. I'm expecting a knockout from Mayweather, but he wasn't there to fight. He was there to pick up that check because
he left out the house to pick up a check and go back home. That's it.
Right, because
he got to make at least 200 M.
No, I know before the fight, like he sold
made $30 million.
He made $30 million off of promotion of stickers. Like stickers on his boxing trunks.
Because I heard that dude made 20 M.
He made 30 million just off the trunks. Right.
No, I'm saying that dude, Jake Paul, made 20 M.
Yeah, he could off the purse, most likely, because Mayweather got 50% and Jake was supposed to get 10% of the purse. Their guarantee was 10 million for Mayweather, 250 for Jake. So after the proceedings, you know, it's probably well, you know, I was seeing Charles Son and the guy bad guy from UFC. He said one thing that Mayweather does very well is he likes to inflate his purse. You know what I'm saying? So he'll like to lie about the numbers to make the next proceeds become higher. It's like these rappers that say we get 100 a show. But really, if you call them, you call them from there, I got one saying, I got 60 for them. You want to come? And they'll say, you know what I'm saying? They're going to say, yeah. But when you're on the radio, you got to say 100 a show, 150 a show. So in case every now and then a sucker might go for full price or no one else, not the low value, too low, you know what I'm saying? But he was saying how Mayweather's things aren't as high as it is. But let's say he says he needs 40 million for his next fight. Then the thing is, when the next fight come up, he said, hey, we only got 12 million for you. They'll say, fuck it, let's do it. He says everyone else that tries to do that same thing, that say, hey, I need 10 million, the difference between them and Mayweather is those other guys, their phone's not ringing when your demand comes out. Mayweather, he puts a high demand, and over time, someone's phone call is, and he has no problem lowering the number and then making it up, but then they still have no problem pumping it like they made as much as they did. So
that's the thing with Mayweather, like he don't have to rely solely on the fight.
Exactly.
So he can make $30 million before the fight even happens by selling space on his fucking trunks.
So exactly. So he may not need the whole 100 million like he claims. You know what I'm saying? He needs just the hype to be there, and then once y'all believe it, now he can sell the trunks to go with it. He gonna get that 100. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get that 100 million regardless. You know what I'm saying?
So Mayweather is a big finesse out here, just cashing in on these folks.
What's worse is the fact that when you're cashing in on folks, you're usually humble. You don't say it.
He let them know. He was like, he's like, this is a robbery. This is a legalized robbery.
That is a heist. Yeah, he said, I came out, did a heist. Yeah, he said, I came out. I like to call it a heist. He said, you don't gotta pay to see me fight. You don't. He said, you don't like it, you don't gotta come. But if they gonna come, I see it's an easy heist, a robbery. I'm gonna come and do it. I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, that plays more to his brand that everybody hate him. They want to see him lose, but motherfuckers is eating, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit is. It's a different type of bag. I like you say. It's good to see.
Did you guys catch any of the fights on the undercard, like the Chad, like the Ocho Cinco fight?
Was that what was on when we were out there?
Yeah, it was the undercard.
But I'm saying when we were at the party, it was on. That was they were ones fighting for us, right?
Yeah,
those were losing, right?
Yeah, they consider him his a loss.
Yeah,
those are only 4 rounds, and he got knocked down in the 4th round. So the judges ruled it where he lost. But
what's crazy is the fight wasn't on what's the name like it usually is.
On what?
Because the fight is usually pay-per-view and on what's the name, right?
It was all pay-per-view. It was all on the Zone, I believe.
I could have sworn it. So it wasn't Showtime or anything like that?
Okay. So who got knocked down? Ocho Cinco got knocked down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you could be right. The fight was, I think it was Showtime something. Yeah. I don't know what.
Which
nonetheless,
is crazy. That's legit boxing. But if they went through them, even more money. Yeah, the niggas were able to fucking make a killing, bro. This shit is robbery, though. This shit is.
Well, that's the thing. Like boxing is not. There's no longer. I don't think there's a.
They're fucking up the institution, dog. Yeah.
Right. I don't think it's a sport anymore as more as it's just entertainment.
Just grab all the pieces, all the movies, like a show. We're putting together a show now.
No right, so it's like a big reality show.
Now I feel like challenging Mayweather. I mean, shit.
Yeah, he'll challenge anyone if you make it. It's not that he won't challenge. Can you make the fight happen? Is there enough viewership?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be popular enough. Takashi could get in there and get that check.
True, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, that's why he should have been challenged. If Logan Paul, people that hate, people that are very, that the public are very split against, you could get a fucking different bag.
But I never heard of this Logan Paul until this fight.
Oh no, Logan Paul, he's huge on the internet, on Twitter, and on Instagram and all this stuff. You know, he's not a fighter. He does he's an online comedian. That's a skits.
Yeah, I think he's a YouTube and Vine sensation.
Hmm.
But I remember the public had already changed against him back in the days. He was always playing pranks. But one time he went to Japan and that little suicide forest, and he was filming it, and there was still dead bodies there. There's a forest that people actually just go to. It's so common. It's called suicide forest. But people talking about, oh, it's messed up that you're exploiting people's death. They're like, I'm not exploiting. Y'all got the forest here. I just came out here to actually see if there was actually gonna see if there was a dead body, and then there actually was. But you know how the public like to be fake mad, so that's when they first started trying to cancel him, going against him.
And then he ended up getting like a sexual harassment shit.
A girl tried hitting him with a sexual harassment. Girl tried to claim that she didn't want to be there. He told her no, and she pressured him, so she just went down on him. Even the story sounds fucking whack. You're like, hold on, is it pressured or is it something? Were you forced? She hitting him with that peer pressure type thing, which is not gonna fly.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, this was years later. It's not gonna fly.
Well, peer pressure, it ain't him. It's
laugh. Yeah, you folded. You ran out of nose apparently. So,
it's like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's what I never understand when these victims come out and say I was peer pressured and giving him head and shit like that.
That's exactly what you said.
That's
bruh,
sorority type shit.
You gave me a sensational blowjob. How do you put so much love into a blowjob if I forced you into it?
But
he gave me sloppy toppy. Like if I forced you into giving me a blowjob, it shouldn't be considered sloppy toppy.
It should be horrible, right?
It should be a horrible blowjob.
Well, all right, you done that. I'm out. But he laughed it off. He said, "These are absolutely lies. This person's trying to get the bag," and it didn't affect him at all. He kept it moving. But it just depends when they're trying to come get you. Apparently these shakedowns seem to only really happen to black guys. You know what I'm saying? But I can see how it works in their favor when the court's already against you. Public opinions and some that they try to railroad you. Because the Jake Paul one came, that shit, he just shook that shit off like it was nothing. You're like, nah, that shit ain't happening. I'm out. But, they still at T.I.'s neck and everything else right now.
Speaking of which, I made a video today about
about
talking
that
about
denouncing
the allegations,
saying that
I
denouncing.
didn't watch the whole video.
Who?
T.I.
Yeah,
He made
came
a
out
video.
say he couldn't keep quiet. Had to say something about the rape allegations.
Yeah, he said it's all fake. He vehemently denies it. And all these talks, he's still been charged for nothing. But as he should. This is what an innocent person should do. But if you
Hey man, we need to plan a trip to Atlanta, man. I haven't been to Atlanta in a couple of years, bro. So I'm ready to go to Atlanta and turn up a little bit.
Yeah.
We saw T.I. last time we were there.
Yeah, him and Pastor Troy at what was it, Magic City or 112?
Magic City.
Tiny ass Magic City.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we need to go back to Atlanta, man. I love Atlanta. That's one of my favorite cities, man, is Atlanta.
Yeah,
I like it too, yeah.
Anything else? Let me see. We did Mayweather. Your boy Kwame Brown's still out here making his runs. I sent y'all a video. I sent a video this past week. He had an interview with your boy Tommy Sotomayor.
Yeah, I thought them niggas were beefing.
I don't know if they're beefing now. What are they having a cool off? What are they beefing about now?
I don't know. No, I'm talking about before that interview. I knew Kwame Brown was like angry at Tommy Sotomayor for talking shit about not having him on that Joe Brown interview. And Tommy was kind of salty that he wasn't on Kwame's platform when it was first going off. And I thought they had some type of beef, but then I see them on the show together. And I think it's just Tommy Sotomayor trying to get some clout off of somebody else's fame.
Tommy's mad at all these hating niggas that's skilling his hate to come up. That's his lane. He's a hater. He's hating nigga number one. And y'all niggas is coming up. He's been kicked out too many times. He's gonna check all y'all niggas that's going on there. I like the fact. He said,
that's the thing. Like the whole interview with him and Tommy Sotomayor, it doesn't seem genuine because it's like one person doesn't really want to be there. Only one person excited about being there.
Like I don't know. To me, I already told you. I already felt Kwame Brown is kind of wishy-washy. He's halfway full conservative. You know what I'm saying? Like he already quoted Candace Owens and who else did he say? Candace Owens. Between Candace Owens and Tommy Sotomayor, he's very, you know what I'm saying, very big on that. Now you brought Judge Joe Brown. This is another woman hater. Judge Joe Brown's a GOAT now, mind you. Don't mind, he's an old legend, but I follow him on Twitter. We actually used to write each other back and forth on Twitter. There's like a very, very anti-women. Very. But it's only because he feels the black man needs to go first and then women. But he is like,
as it should be. I mean, everywhere else they're men.
But he's
everywhere else the men are first.
Like he don't like
be first, and
the Harriet Tubman bill. You know how they're giving her the bill. He'll that's a slap in the face of the black man. They are giving Harriet Tubman the bill.
Yeah.
That nigga, I'm talking about anything that lets a woman go first. He's not having it. He's pro-Trump because Trump he said it's the end of this wussification of America. We need more masculine energy out there. He's more pro-masculine energy than it is fight. He's the one person I'm talking about. People that would rather put masculine ahead of race. That's a bigger fight for him. He'd rather this country be. He's cool with this country being full racist as long as it's in order, men first, then women.
Yeah.
I don't really understand niggas that hate women, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think he's just old school because he said he's very open the door. But if you see how he comes down on like Kamala Harris, he'll say stuff like she slept her way to the top. He's very disrespectful.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think he knows it, but some of these guys hate women, bro.
Yeah, I think so.
He's a lot of women haters follow him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Fuck.
That's why I said it's a slippery slope when you're fighting. I understand guys saying you cool, there's toxic masculinity, you're gonna fight that, but it's a slippery slope to be in a someone put it online this past week. They said them barbershop conversations is a thin line between, masculine talk and incel talk. And incels are what they call them, involuntary celibates.
Incels?
Incels, yeah. These guys, they're coming out the woodworks, dog. These woman haters, dog. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell you, they on that your boy. First they'll quote your boy Kevin Samuels, and before long they say, "Yeah, man, these hoes all need to get in the kitchen."
Yeah, no, I mean, but Kevin Samuels different. He's not a woman.
I'm letting you know how they don't see it. I'm thinking. Remember, I tell you it's from the same tree. When I tell you Kevin Samuels is a stem of Tommy Sotomayor, and who did Kwame Brown Reach talked about? First Kevin Samuels, and then after that, he had Tommy Sotomayor on there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but still, I mean, the man is not.
I don't think he's a woman hater.
He
don't hate women.
I'm just saying it's fruits from the same tree in that sense. Or they're gathering, even though they're not. Even though he's not.
There's a difference. There's a difference between like somebody just hating on you or giving you constructive criticism. You can't just bunch that into one and say that's what it is. Say it's just hate.
Okay, you ever had there's this one them boys that be having the ones that be having Kevin Samuel on the show. They invite women on there to speak. They're a whole nother podcast. It's the
Fresh and Fit.
What's it called?
Fresh and
Fit. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, them.
Yeah.
I think they really get a kick out of fucking doing them, and they find the women they don't like this other thing to get on. It's a constant. It's not. I don't even know if it's from the same place as Kevin Samuel.
I don't fuck with them. Listen,
that
I don't agree with
very incel energy. Like they get a kick out of downing these girls.
Yeah, it's not. I don't really fuck with them because, to me, they
bring a lot of white women on there.
Both of them, they don't like black women.
Exactly. Oh yeah, that's another thing. And that dude right there co-signed for Kevin big time, and he's very big on downing black women. The one guy in that one show, and I was like, man,
the Muslim guy. I'll probably slap him if in person if I was on the interview, because if you say you don't like black women or you don't date black women, you don't need to be telling how black women should act.
Exactly, it don't concern
That's none of your business.
True.
That's why I can take it from pause. I can take the shit from Kevin Samuels because he actually dates black women, married black women, and
I get what you mean, yeah.
So, but when you say you don't like black women, and you don't deal with black women, you shouldn't be talking about how black women should act.
And another thing too, what's his name, Kevin Samuel, he wouldn't allow any men or any women from any other race to say anything bad about black women either.
Oh,
I've seen that. Yeah,
I guess I don't know if them boys will say that. Them boys that
I've seen that.
They bring white women on there all the time. Not them. I'm talking the other one. The boys show they went on. The ones that were the girls.
Fit.
Yeah, I think that's a Fresh and Fit.
I don't know. It's like a lot of times they have like porn stars, strippers, or just
whatever
like
it is, they get
bimbos just come on there and just talk. And I mean, sometimes they even go wild too. Like they even like he allows them to act out.
Yeah, they're cool. Like I said, they know how to do a good argument. They have a decent podcast, but they do get a kick out of bringing these bimbos on there. Like, oh, we got one.
Yeah.
If you're saying you don't come prepared, they're gonna show you your role. But I've heard them vehemently said, "Listen, man, these black women." Like I've heard that dude say, "Black women." I'm like, man, it's not.
Well, one thing I heard him say like today about the two women that he had to kick out. Well, he said they don't did like hood black chicks.
Yeah.
Not black women in general, but hood black chicks, which I don't understand.
No, but both of them say they don't deal with black women.
Black women.
Okay.
Both of them. So that's why I don't take none of their shit as gospel.
Okay. All right.
That was my issue, and he was like the first dude because he's very well spoken. He's like, no, y'all got Kevin wrong. I know this guy from because he was riding for Kevin because a girl came on there trying to call him a hater. He called him. He's like, nah, and he's very spoken. He's like, it ain't that. And then he went and he was like, it's not Kevin, and he just went straight in on black women. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, this ain't the guy you want. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it matters who's representing. This ain't the guy you want trying to tell people, oh, now he's a good guy, this and the third. It's like when this guy's leaning heavy on blah, like man, and especially if you don't date him, bro, like, come on, bro, this shit is, these are the dudes that you would have to punch when you see him in public. You know what I'm saying? When they say protect black women, these are the ones you're like, nigga, you've been talking too spicy about our women. These are the ones you got to slap fire out of.
Exactly. What else we got? And where we in pop culture? Wheels in sports. How the hell we get all the way to?
It's Kwame Brown.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Also, too, like one thing I heard, James Harden cash apping Saweetie $100,000 for a date.
King trick. King
Are
trick.
you
Yeah.
are you even allowed to? You can't even.
NBA bag.
Hold on. You can't even cash app that much.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That might be our accounts. There might be different rules for different accounts, though. Because how about the people that they sponsor?
There's a limit to cash apping. Yeah.
No, how about the people that they sponsor? You think they're gonna? Cash App sponsors, let's say the Joe Budden podcast, you think they're only? Would you pay him through your system, or would you pay him through regular ACH and the bank, knowing that it's fast? I'm like, no, just set it up to my shit to go through.
No, the sponsorship.
Yeah, but that's different though.
I'm pretty sure when they sponsor people, it's not going through Cash App.
Yeah, it's not going through Cash App.
They have the ability to have it go through that. Why would you? Because that's all they are. They're supposed to be a faster bank. So if I
but for the average person, it's only like it has a certain limit.
That's what I'm saying.
The average person don't do more than like what 4,000 or 5,000.
Correct. But I'm saying, but if I have certain millionaires, you already know people change different rules for millionaires. The black card isn't meant for the average person. It's meant for millionaires. They already know your income. That's why a card that has no limit. You can't tell me there's not a different staple that they want to have for a millionaire because it's a good look that they're using it already. You know what I'm saying? If he did do 100,000, that shit is fucking wild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's bullshit.
Sweetie.
But from what I heard, he's known for doing that.
Yeah, they say exactly. They said they'll be tricking heavy, though.
Yeah, he a trick daddy.
Yeah,
it ain't tricking if you got it, bro.
Yeah, he getting a different bag anyways. So you don't mind.
Speaking of Brooklyn Nets and tricks and shit like that, I heard that nigga Kevin Durant out here a whole savage.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I meant to speak about Kevin Durant too about
the date.
Yeah, he brings a side chick with him to each date in case you don't get right. He got somebody with a smash on deck already.
I was like, oh, that's some savage shit. So I tell you we going on a date and I bring me a little side piece just in case you ain't acting right. Yeah. I can send your ass home and go bust this. If you ain't acting right, I'm gonna send this chick. I'm gonna send you home and I'm gonna go bust down this chick.
Yeah.
Hey,
either we're gonna do this threesome or you just gonna not enjoy my status.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Kevin Durant's a fucking problem. That's because it was
crazy.
He could do it. They tried doing the math to solve it. How the people became detectives because it came down to him or what's his name?
James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden. They did the math to break it down. They write it down. This is wild. You seen Kevin Durant going back at it with Jay Williams this week?
I did, and I think that's just Kevin Durant being sensitive and shit.
That's what I think. I don't see why Jay Williams would lie about that.
I believe that conversation did happen.
Exactly.
Because the whole conversation was Jay Williams said he was at a party and Kevin Durant came up to him and was like, "Don't you ever compare me to Giannis Antetokounmpo." Yeah. And it sounds like something Kevin Durant would say anyway, because he's sensitive about people talking about him. And if you're a commentator and you compared him to Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I could see Kevin Durant walking up to you and be like, "Don't you ever compare me, my game to Giannis's game." It's not like it's something bad. It's not like he said anything negative.
Exactly.
But Kevin Durant comes out with this long whole I never spoke to him. He's just clout chasing, blah, blah, blah. Like, Kevin Durant, you just being a sensitive bitch again.
That's why I'm like, why would Jay Williams lie about that, bro?
It's not even like he said something
horrible
about you.
Exactly. And it wasn't worse than that. It's Kevin talking about, "Oh, y'all boys do anything for clout. Y'all quick to set up the company that's gonna give y'all the boot and then give him a man." Like, bro, he's not. You treating him like he's just one of these other anchors, like he's not a former NBA star.
Yeah, niggas is tripping, bro.
Bro, it didn't have to be all that. You just went from 0 to, you know what I'm saying, 30. Shit is wild.
So I'm pretty sure that conversation did happen. That's how he did approach Jay Williams in that party.
I feel Kevin Durant seen what Kwame did, and he was like, I like that shit. That's how I'm gonna start checking niggas from now on. Let them break my nail. I'm going full throttle on anyone that. And even Kwame Brown said that Kevin Durant, he says the league feels like the league got something against Kevin Durant and what was it? I like to say, yeah, Kyrie. He said because they're not part of the get along, the go along, get along game.
But if they took a poll this past week or a few weeks of the most hated players in the NBA, and Kyrie, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, all of them was on that list. LeBron James was number one hated person
LeBron James
in the NBA.
should be because he's number one.
For a different reason, though.
Yeah. I would say LeBron James deserves it and Kyrie deserves it.
Why
LeBron deserves it for being LeBron deserves to be number one. When you're number one, people's always going, you know how much people hated Jordan? So Kyrie deserves it because this nigga's always difficult, bro, for no goddamn reason. So,
but like the thing is, like LeBron is hated like for like it has to do with the game.
Yeah, exactly.
But those are the guys like Kyrie and Durant. They're not hating for anything that have to do with the game. They're hated just because just off the court type shit.
No, Kyrie be trying to stop the game, though. Kyrie be trying to stop the game.
Saying stupid shit, doing the way they act, the way they behave.
Yeah, but Kyrie be trying to stop the game, volunteering to us to take off a season when
he's
he's
like
actually injured.
Sidetracking stuff like.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that you left the fucking winning team. You know what I'm saying? When you could have had a champ, when you just up and fucking leave. So while Durant is hated because off of what he did when he left a fucking when you lost to them boys, we need to go join them, the Golden State thing. But he's just never gonna be able to live that down.
But and the case is not even so much of that. It's just like him in the media always, going off at somebody, always,
I mean, I don't see like
spilling his feelings.
The media always calls him the number one and number two player in the league. It's not even dispute. They call him number one and number two player in the league. And the only thing the media has against him is the fact that he did that sucker play. And he can't be mad at them not noticing what you did. You joined the enemy. That's simple like that. And you, even though you went over there and dominated over there, but they're not gonna let you live that down until you get a chip by yourself. This was his year to get a chip by himself, but you come with it with a super team. So it looked like another weakness. You know what I'm saying? So it just they could have did it with just them two. They didn't need Harden, bro. Now you got Harden, you got Blake.
Did they call Harden or Harden just decided to join?
They didn't decide. Harden was tanking, somehow got fat for a whole month, and then lost all that weight, lost all that weight in a weekend. When it came time to start, it was some behind the scenes trickery to set that team up. Now you got Blake Griffin balling again. This whole team is a problem, bro. So
yeah, that's ridiculous. That team is overstacked. Yeah,
it's wild. And if they don't win this year, it's gonna be even be worse. The hate for them is gonna be even worse.
Yeah,
them winning is the best case scenario for them.
Right. If they lose this one, they're not gonna be able to bounce back from that.
Bro, don't win this year. The hate. The people are gonna hate them even more, bro, if they don't win.
Yeah, they gotta retire if they don't win this year.
But all that super team, like what it's doing, it's also like overshadowing like some of the new talents.
When you ball, all you gotta now just basketball.
But like as a young, like new talent, how can you go against veterans who are like just like stacking themselves up in one team? You're just not gonna be able to.
Oh yeah, that's true. But
it's just like the way like the league was before. Every team had like one or two men who was like a superstar.
You might as well not get your balling out the way as a rookie, anyways. You're not getting paid the best for it, anyways. You might as well wait till you become a veteran and have the
power. It's like right now we got Zion, and
now you're getting the most checks and the championships.
It's almost like Zion is like it's just like well.
Like he's getting a different bag though. Zion's a beast. Did y'all see the video of him whooping people?
He is a beast, but it's just like how far can he go?
You're gonna go until you link up with a superstar, the same way that Anthony Davis had to. Y'all forgot Anthony Davis was a Zion before Zion. He was the beast coming out of college. The unibrow, we're hearing all about him, and I was like, over the Pelicans, as soon as you get with LeBron, you got a chip.
Yeah, but listen though, like look at like what you call that? Look at 15 years ago. We had a guy like D Wade who was a superstar, came in, got a ring.
Not as a
got,
rookie though. He didn't get it as a rookie. Only person that's dominant
I guess
was
like 3
LeBron.
years after.
I'm saying
in his third year.
Yeah, but only person that's been dominant as a rookie on was LeBron. All the other players, it takes time for them to shine anyway, so they might as well get with a vet and make things work.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's not gonna happen anymore. Like where like these guys are gonna get a chance to really shine.
Well, they'll get to carry a no-name. I think it works even better because they'll get to carry a no-name team by themselves. They'll have a whole city or whole state by themselves. And after that contract's up, then they'll work in a position. Either maybe they could bring someone in or they'll team up with a star and then they'll get the chip that way. Sure, they're not going to be able to do it. You would have to be a different kind of beast. You'd have to be a LeBron for you to be able to carry a whole team as a rookie and a sorry team and make it all into the finals and all shit. Make it to the finals. That shit ain't happening no more. Not with these super teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, but if you know what I'm saying, no, the time calls for it, though. Depending on if someone's a beast or defense enough, we'll see how it goes. But now you got you hear all this trade talk for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, after they got knocked out the first round.
Hardest working man out there, bro. Hardest working man. Sometimes shows you sometimes it's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. They need to get him a super team.
I mean that's what it is now.
Unless you want to retire without a ring, you want to be the hardest working man out there. Hardest working man with no chip. That shit ain't saying you're gonna have to.
If you want to be a Charles Barkley,
exactly. You're gonna have to get. He's gonna have to go. You're gonna have to get him a team now. Get things together. Is he a free agent after the season?
Nah, he just re-signed like not too long ago, so he still got a few years on his contract. But these contracts don't mean nothing no more in the NBA. You tell the team you don't want to be there no more. You'll get up out of there.
You start talking spicy. Yeah. Once they could find someone to trade for you, they'll make it work. They'll let you out of it. What else we have? Yeah, we did the Kevin Durant. What's that other thing we have in sport is LeBron said to be changing his number next season from 23 to 6.
Yeah, he's going back to number 6 is Miami Heat number.
Yeah. See if that does a difference. Does he got a chip jersey cut number?
Yeah.
So he has a chip in 23 and 6?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. What'd be crazy is if he has a chip in each. Because hold on, he got
a chip for every team he played for.
Got a chip for every team. If he had 2 in every team and both at each number, that would be fucking phenomenal. But he only has 4 chips. That would be crazy. That.
Well, he got 2 chips under the number 23 and 2 chips under 6.
Other than that, I think we had Migos beefing. Who were they beefing with again? I think just this week. In basketball. They're roasting one player. Talking about they ain't getting no playing time. It's Quavo.
Oh, it was Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, Kendrick. Yeah, he said no time like Perkins. Perkins even invited Quavo onto the ESPN today. They was arguing. Perkins saying how sure near the end he was riding the bench when he was in his heyday. He was out there putting them buckets up. I don't know. I'm saying he wasn't riding the bench then, but Quavo was out here arguing back and forth. And them boys do know how to use their PR. It's a shame that I feel like quality control can't really, for them having so many talent, I do feel like they let the gas off of the Migos. Because to me, you have City Girls, you got the Migos, you got the Baby. Lil Baby. Lil Baby, of course, gonna get the most attention. He's popping, he's flaming out. But I'm not gonna stop promoting the Migos. Them niggas they're part of they're part of the culture. They're all over the place, even when they're not dropping music. But it really seemed like he stopped promoting them, unplugged them, unless we're hearing about them through TMZ and other media. As far as the hip hop realm, it does seem like he's just like they're not spinning that bag over there anymore.
Well, that's due to this culture. Like this culture has a short times. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, it's
memory span. Yeah,
but it don't have to be because he could be having them. They could drop another QC tape. He could be having them doing features together. Like Migos still don't have a feature of Lil Baby. I heard there's a beef there. There's apparently he whooped one of them boys or something like that. And to me, it's crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? This is a money play at the end of the day. I'm gonna get these two guys together and get something cooking up. I think that's all we have in sports, bro. Do we have anything else? Migos. What's the name? Do we have anything else? We got anything in politics?
Let me see what was it? Hip hop. Got one. Funny thing is that what's his name? NBA YoungBoy. When he got arrested in California, the police when they were doing the arrest, the search. So they called the search, just to be petty, they called the search Operation Never Free Again.
Yeah.
Just counter his names, because like he called himself Young Boy Never Broke Again.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I mean, it's funny, but it's sad though. Them niggas really do
on railroad niggas.
They do get a kick out of making fun of our freedom and shit like that. Operation Never Free Again, shit like that. As if this guy's some kind of menace to society. Like he's going around shooting people. This is a rich rapper just living his life, but because where he's at, there might be a couple crime elements near him. That's what hood niggas do. They like to hang around the stars. But the fact that you're naming it after him and you're gonna try to railroad him the most when you know that this guy has the most likelihood to make it out and maybe take some people with him, that's a fucked up thing that's about the system. They could be going up saying, look, man, you need to cut all this shit out because we're gunning for you. And if there's people around you, they're going to go down with you. Because you know for sure he's not the one. Yeah. Like, fuck it, I got to make a name for myself. So I'm coming down for your whole crew and we got to definitely get you because I'm going to be the guy that's the one that took you down. Because, the shit it's fucked up like that. They want to let you saying if they ain't trying to make their name.
Yeah, one thing I got to say, these rappers really don't have like the best defense team. As much money as you like to blow and show off, like, because like look at Epstein in Florida, how like he was just able to walk in, walk out of courtrooms, make deals, before they even start.
I mean, that's a different. You can't compare you can't even compare world leaders to Epstein. You know what I'm saying? Epstein fly you out that island and
before they even start the case, this man already cut a deal. Walk out in front of the defendant.
This is the thing with hip hop artists and blacks in general. When they get money, is they don't want to politic. Like they don't want to be seen giving the local police department $100K because it's gonna tarnish their brand and make them look like they're a snitch or whatever.
But you gotta
like that. Say you are the most popular artist in California or LA. You wanna politic with the LAs, with the police department, with the politics. You want to donate to those campaigns.
They pay their PAL League's contribution to cover the PAL Leagues that season. You know what I'm saying? You were like, hey, the police department got a whole basketball team out here. You sponsor it. The police department loves it. They don't got to come out their pocket, and they have community relations. They love that shit because you scratch our back, I'm gonna scratch yours.
And hip hop artists don't want to do that because they don't want to look like they're working with the feds or the police. But that's how you play the game. You have to contribute to society and to the police departments and shit like that. That's how Epstein was able to do what he did. Yep. As soon as he go to a new city, he
$500,000 in the police department.
Exactly. So when investigations come up, they sweep that shit right under the rug because they already know, hey, this guy is giving us damn near $1 million every year. We can't let him go to jail because we shorten ourselves $1 million if we let this guy go to jail.
Yeah,
the hip hop community hasn't learned that yet.
I mean, the way Epstein was doing this next level, I don't know. The blackmail aspect of it, on top of that nigga is a different.
Yeah,
like
but I'll say he also had like
a villain, man.
He also had like a good team of lawyers too.
He had a good team of lawyers.
They would cut him some good deals. Like I'm talking about deals like even like all he had to do was like doing probation, and he still didn't like that. He's like, nah, like he wanted to be like free and clear and continue, go back to his activities.
Well, it's easy if you have the politics behind you. Yeah. If the politicians know you're gonna give them that bag, they're gonna look out for you. You don't even have to say nothing, and that's the deal that's coming to the table.
Yeah,
because they already know. Okay, if I have the mayor in my back pocket, the district attorney or the police department already know. Okay, we have to play nice with this guy. We got to be nice to him.
Yep.
We can't treat him any kind of way because he influences the mayor. So
true.
I don't know why the hip hop community hasn't realized that yet.
I mean,
Yeah, we're behind. I mean,
the thing with Epstein was so bad is that, like you said, like the DA wanted him, and before the DA even got to court, he walked in. You seen Epstein walking out. And you're like, "What you doing?" He's like, "Oh, the deal was already the deal was already made without the DA. It was just Epstein and the judge." They say, "Yeah, he's good to go." Dude, was like, "What? Did I get here late?" Nah, man, we good. You won't even need it. The shit is
the funniest shit I've ever seen in the courtroom.
DA shocked, dog. They're like, "What?" You're like, I ain't got to deal with you, just a middleman. You just want
exactly. And that's what these wealthy black folks don't understand yet.
Some of them do. I mean,
I don't think we understand the system.
If they don't do it, they gotta have their labels do it. Because you gotta remember,
that's true. Yeah, they got
when they come up with the RICO charges and stuff for these artists, the first thing they do is they go up these multi-million-dollar labels. Some of them are traded in the stock market and shit like that. Like Universal is part of Universal Music, Universal
Atlantic
Studios,
also. Yeah,
and it's a massive thing. So when they go to them, they just tell them, "Look, we about to hit this with a RICO charge, and we don't want you supporting him financially at all because we're gonna have to look through your books." And as soon as that happens, you get that RICO charge, the label falls back. They ain't send you no bread. And the cops literally won't even look at what you're doing. They're just gonna let you be. They wouldn't afford that privilege to anybody else. Because if I'm looking at him, I'm gonna look at everything that has to do with him. I'm gonna look through your books as well if it connects to them. But they afford those guys. They were doing it the same way because those guys are cutting checks with them, the big labels.
Yeah.
It's the artist gotta play the game.
What else we got for this week, fellas? Y'all got any recommendations from this week?
Let me see. Recommendations for this week. I watch on Disney. Did I say last week? I watched Cruella.
Is that Corona?
Cruella, like from I think I told you. I don't know if I was on here. I remember I was at the party. I don't remember. Cruella from 101 Dalmatians. Disney did like a live action of it.
Oh, I think you said that last week.
Okay, so all right. So then what I'll say, Succession. I guess that's starting to come. That's getting ready to drop a season 3. I'm watching season 2 now on HBO. Succession. So I'm watching that. Oh, the one thing we didn't speak about is your boy for pop culture. Man wins $30,000 lottery, buys him a $20,000 chain, and he gets hemmed up, though, and gets drugged out for it and beat up for it.
Was it he won 50K or when he won 30?
He won 30, and he dropped 20 on the chain.
Niggas is retarded, bro.
What's retarded? The chain or him being robbed?
Him buying a chain for 66% of the money he won.
Yeah.
That's stupid, bro.
It really shows what
happened to the rule. Remember the rule we used to have? You can't make plans for free money.
Yeah, it's like.
Remember we used to have that rule back in the day.
I don't think reparations really gonna help us much, man.
In college, we used to have the rule: you come across a lick, don't be talking about I gotta pay this guy. That wasn't what the money's there for. This is free money, so you gotta.
You gotta blow that bitch, huh?
You gotta blow that bitch.
I don't think reparations gonna help us much, man.
So maybe it was free money, and you can't make plans for free money. I'm gonna buy that trunk I was supposed to buy because I was supposed to have this money anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, it's the robbery part that hurts, dog. It's the fact that and even though people that are reporting the news, it's like no one really feels bad for the dude, though. This dude was victimized.
You shouldn't feel bad for that nigga, bro.
It's bad, bro.
I can't feel bad for him. You feel bad for him?
I just felt bad because what's crazy is he knew it's been going on, and then they showed him the footage. The guy that robbed somebody the same way like a week before. The local jack boy just catching people, hemming up and taking their chains. What's worse is, you know what's worse about jack boys? whatever they're stealing, they don't even charge a premium for it, bro.
And they sold that bitch for $2,000.
They're going for a lick. Yeah, he's about to catch that $20,000 chain. He's about to sell in the hood for $2,000-$3,000, bro. That's what's worse, bro. They don't even get to charge the same premium. The fact that's why I guess sometimes it's worth buying back your own chain. You're like, look, man, I'll pay it back, bro. You come back, I'll give you $4,000 for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. But when you rob somebody for a $20,000 chain, you can't just put that bitch on eBay and sell it for $15,000. You have to sell it on the black market, and you already know the black market is never gonna give you the value of it. You're always gonna have to sell that bitch at least 50% less.
If you sit on it long enough and maybe bring it back out or remelt it down, whatever, it's the fact that they want it quick and they want the money fast. And it's all that risk you done took, jamming somebody up, strong arm robbery, and the money, the return is so the margin is so small, bro. The shit is trash.
Mm-hmm. But even like to remelt it,
it's 100% profit though.
It is, yeah, that's true. It is 100%.
So if I get $3,000 for it, that's 100% profit.
That's true. That's true. It is just wild to me though. Yeah, he got the dude $20,000 chain. Him his ass up, took it right off his neck. And then what's worse is the person that buys it from him, most likely the pawn shop. You gonna go to that pawn shop, that shit is going for $17,000. They charging the premium right back and you're like, Jesus, like they ain't just got it off the street.
And I bet he didn't have no insurance or nothing on it.
Nah, I doubt it. Probably didn't. That shit is fucked up.
You got any recommendations, Greg?
Let me see. Mainly getting back on my master class, learning different skills. That's about it. I learn about grilling. So
you trying to learn about grilling?
No, like doing like barbecue, briskets, all that.
Who's teaching the class on that one? The black guy?
Yeah, it's this white. No, it's this white dude from Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. Just seeing how he does it versus how I do it.
Barbecue is the one food that you can't judge a book by its color. You can't say if they're white or black. Like, you know how certain food is they're black, and like, I know that shit's gonna be good. When it comes to barbecue, you don't know if they're white. You can't judge a book, motherfucker. You can't really tell it's just white or black. It's
right. It's not like macaroni.
Exactly.
Potato salad.
Yeah,
macaroni. I gotta say, hands down, like once you already had Haitian macaroni, every other macaroni is trash.
But I'm just saying.
It's same with the rice too. Every other rice is trash.
Well, with that barbecue though, that person break out that slow cooker. Ain't no telling who's the best, bro. That's what I'm saying. You don't know who's gonna be the best. Could be the white guy, could be black guy. Sometimes you can't even tell if it's gonna be from the South because they're gonna be from Memphis.
Still South.
Memphis is the South.
Yeah.
That's still considered, yeah. Nashville, Memphis. Yeah.
You gotta anything under Washington, DC is considered the South.
Okay. Well, but Texas is I guess
it's the South.
South, what's the name?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Southeast.
the South.
So so that barbecue is hard, especially down here, it's hard to tell. Just know they countryed on that shit, got a slow cooker, that shit's gonna be busting on it.
It's crazy. I don't really see that I don't know, it's not really big in Florida though.
It's in the rural parts. You gotta go to either rural parts or go to the hood spots. Go to the west side or go to like down towards all parts of rural Florida. You'll find it though. That's why them boys bring out the broker they are and all that slow cooker motherfucker. They should be busting. All they give you is a regular piece of bread with it.
Yeah.
That's about it. You said, did you give us a recommendation,
No, I haven't been really watching nothing but NBA. I'm watching the NBA every night, so I guess that could be my recommendation is catch the playoffs.
Any team you going for right now? Not that. We didn't speak on how neither team that made it to the finals last year even got past first round this year. I know
Toronto and LA. Who made it last year?
Miami.
That was Miami and
Miami.
Yeah.
LA.
Miami,
they both got knocked out first round.
People love to make fun of LeBron for that, but people say they don't. Y'all forget, no one speaks on the fact that they had the shortest offseason than anyone as well. think a month and some change, 2 months.
Right.
While everyone was out here chilling and what's the name, they had the shortest off season, so that's why that's the first year ever that both teams got knocked out first round that were in the finals last year. And I think it's the first time in like 12 years since LeBron or.
It's the first time LeBron ever been knocked out of the first round.
Yep, that's true.
So,
but it's like I think it's like 12 years since LeBron and Steph Curry hasn't been either of them hasn't been in the NBA Finals. Was been carrying the league. You know, the league wants a new face, a new champion though. They want a new face. They don't like keeping it on one person for too long, but we'll see how it goes. God forbid if them boys Brooklyn go on a spree. NBA is really gonna hate that. Aldo Silver gonna work his ass off to make sure that don't happen. Because they want a face that that's actually gonna talk to the public and shit like that.
yeah, they want friendly champions. They don't want these
friendly champions actually gonna speak though. You know what I'm saying?
They don't want these antisocial champions.
Exactly. So
because that whole team is antisocial. Brooklyn.
Yeah. maybe Blake Griffin will start speaking or something.
James Harden is probably the most likable one on
over there
on Brooklyn, but with this last stunt, they've been trying to paint him as a bad guy. So
yeah, but that was only because he was trying to make it off the team. Make it off the team. He had to make it. Had no problem going bad. Now that he's back to balling, so we'll see. All right, we can sign us off like this.
All right, folks, you already know what to do. Hit us up on That's Absurd Pod on Instagram, That's Absurd Pod on Twitter. You can always catch us on Facebook at That's Absurd Podcast on Facebook. And you know the email line is always open if you want to drop an email at that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com. That email is that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com. And the voice line is open if you ever want to be featured on the podcast, but you don't want to be on the Zoom or anything. You got any questions, any statements, any concerns, you can always drop a voicemail at 407-900-6076. That number is 407-900-6076. And we'll catch you guys next week. We out.
Let's see if I can finally turn off the recording this time. What the fuck's the recording? No, this is video. I swear this button always okay. No, that's end meeting. Where's the fucking recording? Up here.